What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about FG Nexus. I want to go over what this company is all about and why you need to really add them to your watch list. Before we get into any of that, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So at the time of doing this video, it is sitting at 362 market cap, roughly about 138.9 million. Does have fairly low volume, but I think from what we can see in the past, it doesn't take much to really move this stock. And once I go over some of the data points and the most recent PRs, this definitely will seem as a little bit more of a value play. When it comes down to the seeking alpha quantitative data, it does also show the valuation for this company being A+. So that also does kind of show it as well. But this is their website. So the Ethereum Treasury company, this is what they are all about. So it says that we are building the leading capital market vehicle dedicated to accumulation and on-chain yield generation for the next decade of Ethereum. So as what this says, the Ethereum Treasury company, based on their last PR, it does show that they have roughly around 49,000, just over that Ethereum. That is as of September the 18th. And that does put it at a value roughly around 229 million. Of course, Ethereum since then has gone down a little bit, but still over the last 1 year, up 45.16. So at the time of doing this video, sitting at about 3,800 for the most part. So going back over here, having a just about 229 million in Ethereum, but yet the market cap is sitting at 138. Clearly things don't really jive. And you can kind of see as well, I do have the chart up right here and have it overlaid with the Ethereum. So you can kind of see that there is a very big gap. And that is because of just lower volume, people not really paying attention to it. And there has been some bad PR that's really kind of deterred a lot of people to really look at this. And that bad PR is this right over here. And so of course, anytime someone talks about like authorized share count, it's usually seen as a negative, which is kind of interesting. We've seen MicroStrategy, or I guess Strategy now, do very similar type of action with Bitcoin, and the market sees that as acceptable. But I guess in FG Nexus's case, not so much. But again, that does add, in my opinion, a lot of value. So you can kind of see FG Nexus announces shareholder approval of historic 1 trillion share authorization. So this is why it's kind of not really been favored by Wall Street, is just because of the 1 trillion share authorization. But if you kind of think about it, what they are doing is they are buying Ethereum strategically. So they need that high authorization count to be able to continue to buy Ethereum. Again, no different than MicroStrategy. So kind of interesting stuff how just the market finds one kind of scenario as acceptable, and in this case, not so much. But they did recently announce this. This came out October the 20th. So FG Nexus initiates 200 million share buyback program. And this is because they do see, for instance, the net asset value, aka the book value, is roughly around $5.10. Again, going back over here, currently sitting at 362. So even more reason that this stock is trading at a pretty deep discount. So having a 200 million buyback, this is over the next 1 year, goes over some certain parameters right here through the SEC document. But at the end of the day, anything below $5, they are a buyer. So whenever any insider or a company is willing to buy, usually that's a sign that, hey, this is like at a crazy discount. So you do whatever floats your boat, do a little bit more of a deeper dive. But if you are a value investor, this definitely does need to be added to your watch list just based on this alone. And so I know some people might not necessarily like cryptocurrency, or maybe just don't like Ethereum altogether. But if you do believe in what cryptocurrency is, this stock definitely is for you. So let me know your thoughts on that. The most recent PR as well did come out from here, Seeking Alpha News, and it shows that they are intending on selling their Quebec property for 10 million. So again, raising up a little bit of extra money, and that most likely is going to go towards either that 200 million buyback or potentially more Ethereum. So again, add this one to your watch list, do a little bit more of a deeper dive in this, such as their financials if necessary, or even pop over to their website Has a lot of good information such as leadership, what they're all about. So it goes over the CEO, Maja, if I'm saying her name right, Kyle, co-founder, chairman, and CEO, Joe, co-founder and executive advisor. So a lot of big names. So you can kind of see what they are all about right here. So let me know your viewpoint on this stock. Do you like Ethereum, or are you not really big crypto fan? So what's your kind of 2 cents on all of that? And then one final thing, pop over to my Patreon if you're looking for some solid buy signals on stocks, options, crypto. Definitely worthwhile to pop over there and take a look. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.